I am here to talk to you today about some of my best tips for brand new Outschool teachers. I know that so many of you are starting out with Outschool, and I keep hearing the same questions. So I want to try to help you by giving you my best tips. Here we go. The first tip I have for you is that if you are not already a Zoom expert, you need to learn it. You need to learn Zoom. All of the classes on Outschool take place in the Zoom platform, so it's really important to get to know Zoom. The great thing is that Outschool provides you with workshops to learn Zoom. So once you've been accepted and you're feeling ready, go to one of those workshops. And even if you are not brand new to Zoom, but maybe you feel like mostly comfortable with it, I would suggest going, because even though I consider myself pretty proficient in Zoom, I actually learned one or two things that I didn't know before. Also, if you take that class and you're thinking, boy, I still don't feel completely comfortable in this Zoom room, you can sign up for Zoom. You can get a free account. It'll let you use Zoom for up to 40 minutes at a time. So you can go into Zoom and try out all the things you learned, and you'll be ready for your first class. The next tip I want to give you is to go join the Outschool Facebook groups. That is where I have gone to find all sorts of information. There have been things that have come up that I didn't even know that I needed to know, but because someone else asked the question, I kind of put that in my brain and remembered that, okay, this is what I should do if this happens. That has been extremely helpful. So, there's a question that I've been asked over and over and over and over again since the very first time that I mentioned Outschool on the social media platform, and that is, what do I teach? I can't tell you what to teach, but I can help you out. One of the ways that I did that, if you go to my website, it's www.teacherisland.com. If you go to any of my articles about Outschool and subscribe to my email list, there is a document in there. It'll help you narrow down and hone in on the skills that you have so that you can figure out what to teach on Outschool. Now, if that still doesn't help you, or if you're like, not so much for the subscribe thing, please also take a look at the Sunday emails. There's emails that go out every Sunday to teachers. It says in those emails the most recent things that parents are requesting for classes. Usually there's usually around 200 classes or more. Last week there was nearly 300 classes that were requested by parents and students. So you can start there. There are classes on there you probably would not have imagined people would want it as a class, but you might already have the skills, so why not make a class that someone already wants? Next, I want to recommend to you that you keep your first class simple. There are options with Outschool to do multi-day classes and ongoing classes. You can do a one-time class. They even have something called a flex class, which you can't do as your first class. But my recommendation to you is to do a one-time class for your first class. Try it out. You're going to want to get the lay of the land. Now, even if you understand Zoom, there are things that go on in the background, like communicating with parents, if there's a student that withdraws, or if someone needs a refund, things like that are happening in the background that'll be a little bit easier to deal with if you just have a one-time class. So it's a great way for you to kind of dip your toes in without having to go diving in face first. Face first? I don't know. Just don't take the whole dive. Just step a toe. Just get used to the platform so that you can do a really good job. The next thing I want to recommend to you is that when you are planning out your classes, okay, there's an online form that you'll go to on Outschool. It'll ask you for information like the title of your class description, your expertise in the area, all kinds of things, how much you want to charge for it, how many students you want to allow. When you fill that out, okay, it'll take you a little bit of time sometimes to go through all of that, especially if you have a class that's, longer than just one day. Make sure that as soon as you're done filling that out, and it's perfect, you checked it over, you've maybe slept on it a night, that you send that class in to get approved. Because as soon as you get that class approved, then you can start posting it and you can start teaching the class. The last tip I want to give you is when you go into your first class, you might feel a little bit nervous. right? Just a little, just a little bit of nerves. I know I did. Remember to smile. Remember to introduce yourself. And remember to teach the children how to use the Zoom platform. I like to start off all of my classes by saying, who has ever been to Outschool before? And usually a few kids will raise their hands. Even if they have been, I still like to go over this. I tell them, take a look in the bottom left-hand corner. Do you see the picture of the microphone? That is your sound. If you click on that, you will mute yourself and we won't be able to hear you. Beside it, you see the picture of the camera? The camera lets us see you. I would like you to keep your camera on for all of our class. However, if you have an emergency, like you need to use the bathroom, feel free to close off that camera and go to the bathroom, and we'll see you when you come back. I like to say that to students because I want them to know how to use the platform. I also know that sometimes my younger children are with a parent, and this also helps the parent to know how to use the platform. All right. If you found this video to be helpful, or if you'd like to know more about what I'm doing with Outschool, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. If you have more questions, feel free to ask. And if you'd like that document to help you try to figure out what you should teach for your first class, go to my website, www.teacherisland.com, and click on any of my stories about Outschool. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye!